Hey everyone, just me, Alex at Someone to Stars Nursery, and doing a little topic today, which I thought might be interesting for everybody in the channel. And before I forget, let me have my Sandy sculpt, who I got in August a few years back. So this is Sandy August, and Sandy for short. And she was poured by Maria Grover, and her artist was Virginia. Today's topic is might be interesting for some of you, especially the ones that are not seasoned or thinking about taking their dolls out. So I made a cue card as always. If not, I get ahead of myself. I get what do you call this? Tongue twisted and can't seem to think about the words or the thoughts. I can't put them. I can't put my thoughts into words. Put it that way. So this makes it just a little bit easy. Don't want to bore you. I just wanted to cover some areas and some of the things that I've learned. I had different minds this week to do some topics on, but I also didn't want to duplicate somebody else's topic. I'm not going to say who, somebody I love, and she's got such a great channel. She's an inspiration to many of us. At any hoot, so let me turn on to my notes here. Okay, topic steps to outings. For those of you that are thinking about it and haven't done it, whether you haven't done it ever, or you're very private or shy. Um, Slow, go slow. Use the carrier and partially cover your doll. Just cover, you know. Doesn't have to be entirely covered. I forgot what they call them, but I have one that goes across my carrier. Best for newborn size and shop as you do. So the newborn sizes or the preemies of the ultra realistic dolls are a lot more easy to conceal and have minimal interaction with people until you're ready to go all out and talk about your art doll. So you could also carry it, carry your sculpt or your doll, like this or over the shoulder. Now, close-eyed babies are a lot more easier to begin with. A lot of people they take a glance and then look away and then do whatever they're doing. Open-eyed dolls, they don't blink, so people kind of are startled by that if they look longer than uh, what you had expected. Then the next thing is if you have a really nice pram, I have a stroller that's like it has the bassinet in it, but I see a lot of those English prams that are beautiful. And you could just put the blankets and a nice outfit in there on your sleeping or awake baby. So you should just pick a location with minimal foot traffic when you're first starting out, or if that's what you like anyway. I've never liked big crowds, so I've never really just taken the sculpts or the dolls anywhere where there's like a gazillion people. But if I was going to a doll show, of course, that would be a different story. Okay, so when you're transitioning, then you're going to be going to busier places. And one of the things that's really an awesome place to go to is a doll group, okay? And you meet up in person. Um, Usually you'll meet these people in uh, doll shows and groups. So that's one of the other ways. And everybody can introduce themselves and get to know more about the dolls. And then occasional photos on social media of your sculpt. You can limit whom sees your post or can comment anyway. So if you don't want your workplace to know your business and you don't mind sharing your dolls with your family members or vice versa, then you can always control your settings on that. The other thing is collectors, do go to doll shows. I'll be going to my first one in person on a West Coast doll show in California in the city of Ontario. It'll be held at the Doubletree Hotel. And then what else? Also, watch several YouTube channels and content by creators on the previous doll shows, so you have an idea of how it's like in there, and you'll learn about dolls, experiences, sculpts, artists, and outfits and bassinets that that you can go get, or if you're just learning the art, you can even buy sculpts and art supplies at doll shows. But you'll get to meet a lot of people there. What else? Okay. Now, if you're on Facebook and you find that there's been a doll group you want to join, read up on it carefully and join a group. Leave it if you don't like it, and see how long the group has been in existence. And if the admin is monitoring language and behavior, those are very important. I belong to three, and I frequent two often. And I learned a lot from a doll group called Reborns. And there's a few admins in there, Pamela Hillard being one of them. And she's very good at screening or eventually catching up with those people that don't belong in doll groups. Either they're weirds, they're scams, opportunists, or they just have fake stuff, as far as even her profiles are fake. The members, including myself, support her in her endeavor. So if I see anything that's unusual, I will definitely report it to admin. All right, what else? Reminders. Okay, there's a level of reactions. Adult collectors, okay? Get a polarity. You'll get really awesome feedback from the babies that you take out or your hobby. Some people are curious, some people are scared, and of course, you're sometime down the road going to encounter somebody rude. But you don't have to see them again. So if it's a new place, don't worry about it. Just go on and do your own thing. Um, Now, there's reasons why I don't leave my doll attended, okay? Or unattended, excuse me. First of all, it, there's people might report you for child neglect, leaving an infant or a toddler in a car. Uh, Second is your windows can get busted for that. If somebody panicked, they can bust your car windows, and it wouldn't be their fault because they're only trying to be protective of what they think is a baby or a child. Of course, next is theft. You have an expensive sculpt or one that you have cherished, and there's always going to be somebody envious, weird, or wanting what you have. And there's a lot of those in the street. So you want to be careful when and where you take your doll. And then, of course, damages to your doll while in a shopping cart. That thing, he can fall off. He can get bumped by a cart. Somebody can just get freaked out and smack it and it falls off. So you don't want to just leave your dolly, your collection in your cart. Okay. So when you've developed the confidence, you can enjoy your collection better. But I wanted to add this. Um, Ultra or hyper realistic sculpts tend to blend with the public better or may get the attention of someone that loves babies. The positive reaction is priceless. You get to appreciate the talent of the sculptor and skilled artist and the rooter of your doll and this art. It validates the degree of artistry of their handmade dolls. You won't find that in mass produced dolls. It's even obvious with the rooting, you know, because usually with the either replicas or with mass produced. I'm not saying you shouldn't, but I'm just saying if you're going to be wanting something as an investment, then you get something if you're going to have it rooted and rooted properly instead of big hair plugs. And you'll see that. You'll see that if you haven't already seen it. Look around. You will run into it. So a lot of people are appreciate, and you will appreciate why it definitely is more expensive to have a ultra realistic Lux doll. Okay, so oh, and so that's why the reason us collectors that can will save our money or find a way or trade or whatever to invest in Lux art, you know, art dolls. Okay, now with the Blythe dolls or mass-produced fashion dolls, it isn't complicated because the public looks at those dolls as a toy, and that you know, and they don't look at us as we're nuts, you know, once they discover that the doll is a fashion doll. So anyway, you can take photos anywhere, and people look, and then they go about their activities. So when I'm saying fashion art dolls, it could be Barbie, a pull-up doll, you know. And I know you guys have met our little BB Blythe, right? The one that came apart and she's back together again. Okay, so yeah, when I take any of the Blythes out, there is no issue. She's been, or they've been to the library, to the skate park, to the park. You could take them almost anywhere. So if you're needing to practice or wanting to experience once, or if you want to keep doing it and enjoy your collection, just know that there's ways to do it. Blythes obviously do not look real. They're just very cute. Anyhow, I don't know if you have any more tips to share with us or with me. Look at her cute little. Come on, with your little Bubba. I just love these Kimby nipples because they just don't um, scratch up inside or they're shallow. So the fa nursing is not as, how should I put it? You're more confident in using this kind of nipple, although I have so many nursers. I've got this thing for nursing bottles, and I don't know why, because I don't always use them, but if I see them on sale. Okay, so that's it for a very long video, and I did not mean to put you to sleep, but if you're trying to learn about the hows and build your confidence in taking out your sculpt, um, I've given you the best advice that worked for me. And I hope that those things work for you and that you have learned something or can share something with somebody else. Subscribe when you can. It helps build my confidence. And when you make comments, it helps me learn about you. And if I'm doing the giveaways, which is frequently, then you receive notifications. A lot of people watch, okay? A lot of people don't subscribe. And which in the beginning of my learning with these dolls, I didn't subscribe to everybody. And I would never comment until I got to learn more about the hobby. And I got to find channels that were just very nice people. And also, by the way, you'll see like scratches. I get them frequently. My cat loves to snag my arm, and I have thin skin. So then she scars it up, and then it will heal. I'll put collagen on it. And then yesterday I was picking persimmons, and my tree has a lot of thorns. Okay, so that's all for today. And I hope this content is helpful to someone. And have yourself a good day. This is Alex at Seven Stars Nursery. And this is Sandy. Say bye, Sandy. Say bye. Okay, talk to you later.